What is the definition of a whale bag? Funny you should ask. A whale bag is a large, heavy, sometimes ornery sack in which will ride all of your stuff.
Hey, real quick, right before we jump into this video, if you'd do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Also, thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you'd like to be notified of future videos, please hit that bell icon. Have a great day and enjoy this video. The infamous whale bag. Stories abound of going to Northern Tier and having to carry a whale bag. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the whale bag is and how to pack it. So to start off, the whale bag is essentially a large, heavy-duty bag, duffel bag if you will, with shoulder straps and a hip belt that will carry all of the equipment, your personal equipment, for 3 people. So that's a whale bag. So the first thing I want to show you is how to pack it.
Packing a whale bag is not hard or complicated, but it's a lot easier if you have 2 people doing it. Note the white trash bag looking thing. That is a liner to go inside the whale bag, and that helps keep everything inside the liner dry. If it's outside the liner, but it's still inside the whale bag, it will likely get wet because there will always be water in the canoe. If someone has a Crazy Creek chair that they are not going to use for the entire day, it is highly recommended you put that inside the whale bag liner first and on the side of the hip belt and shoulder straps to provide a little more rigid back support, but then also the chair provides cushion to keep hard objects from poking through the fabric and sticking you in the back. Note the 35-liter personal dry bags are going inside the whale bag sideways. The whale bags will likely be close in weight, but not exactly the same weight. And so if you pack them sideways, you will still end up with a rigid back to the whale bag, which makes it easier to carry, but then also the weight will be evenly distributed side to side. So the whale bag should not tend to lean to the left or to the right, which makes it much easier to carry when you're portaging across trails and slick rocks. Note that is the third 35-liter personal dry bag that has gone inside this whale bag. It is important to remember when you're filling your whale bag to unclip these side compression straps so that you can utilize all the space inside the whale bag. Couple options for where to put the tent. In this case, because we're efficient in how we pack, the tent can go inside the whale bag, and note that it is sideways inside the whale bag, and that is a 4-person Alps Taurus tent. So that is a wide tent. That tent is about 2 feet wide. It also gives you some sort of scale as to how wide the whale bags are. Alternatively, if you don't have a lot of space inside your whale bag, for example, if you can't put sleeping bags inside your dry bags, then the tent can ride underneath the top flap and under the compression straps, the top compression straps of the whale bag. With the tent inside the liner of the dry bag, it is very likely to stay dry and not get wet. There will be water inside the canoe no matter what you do, and the whale bags will be laying in the bottom of the canoe. Some of the last things to go inside your dry bag, inside the liner, will be all of your small stuff like your camp shoes, anything you forgot to pack. That will all go here on the top. That can also be stuffed down in little crevices and corners inside the whale bag to take up extra space that would have otherwise been not utilized. Note the first aid kit is at the top of the whale bag and inside the liner. Make sure that everyone knows which whale bag the first aid kit is inside. For rain gear, you have two options. In this option, the rain gear is being packed inside the whale bag liner on top of everything so that it is still easy to get to and it will stay dry. There will be water in the canoe no matter what you do. So if you choose to put your rain gear on the outside of the whale bag liner, but still inside the whale bag, the rain gear will get wet. However, that makes the rain gear easier to get to. So you need to decide what is best for you and your crew. So this is an example, and what I actually recommend you do is put your rain gear on the outside of the whale bag liner so the liner stays sealed and shut. Your rain gear will get damp, but the rain gear will be on the outside of the liner and underneath the storm flap. So it's much easier to access while you're inside the canoe and the whale bag is still strapped to the canoe. Next thing we're going to do is seal up the whale bag liner so that everything inside the liner stays dry. Alright, I want you to note the bungee cord that is going to be used to seal the whale bag liner is on his wrist so that it's easy to get to and he can get to it by himself without help. To seal the whale bag liner and to help keep water out of it, they have these little white bungee cords. They don't have to be white, obviously, but these little bungee cords to help seal the liner shut to keep water out. Also note that if you lose your bungee cord, you can use paracord and tie a knot with that, maybe a knot like you would tie your shoelaces with, something easy to get undone. Okay, they're clipping in the top compression straps that go over the top of the whale bag, and they're going to cinch those down to pull all of the contents of the whale bag down inside the whale bag. If you needed extra room inside the whale bag, you can put your tent underneath these straps so that when you compress these straps down, you cinch them tight, you're pulling the tent tight inside underneath those straps and on top of the storm flap for the whale bag. All right, they're cinching down the top flap that goes over the top of the whale bag. If you needed extra space inside your whale bag, the tent can slip underneath the top flap and be cinched down with both the compression straps and the top flap. What I want you to reference right here is the fact that the sternum strap and the hip belt buckles are clipped together. This makes them much stronger than if they were not clipped together, and therefore if you inadvertently step on them, they're less likely to break when they're clipped together. Also note the bungee cord is clipped in with the sternum strap so that it does not get lost and it is easy to find.
Now that we've seen how to pack a whale bag, let's learn how to safely put the whale bag on where we will not damage or hurt the person that's putting on the whale bag or will be carrying the whale bag, and we will not damage the whale bag itself.
The number one rule about lifting the whale bag is you always lift it from the side carrying handles straight up. You do not lift it from a side handle to the side. If you do that, you'll end up ripping the side out of the whale bag. Also note that this is a team effort. So the person that is going to end up carrying the whale bag is not the one lifting the whale bag. Therefore, it lowers the chance of them wrenching their back and or damaging the whale bag. So if you'll note, this will be lifted by their buddy who is behind the whale bag and holding on to the straps. He's also behind the whale bag to keep from tipping over backwards. I wanted to show you this because I wanted you to realize that the person putting on the whale bag didn't check the hip belt strap to make sure that it was pulled through the buckle all the way and ready to be cinched down. So therefore they're wasting a little time here trying to do that while they're wearing the whale bag. So make sure you do this before you try to put it on. Make sure before you clip the buckle together that the hip belt straps are not turned around and therefore they are flat against your stomach, so they're easy to pull in and cinch down. Make sure when you put the sternum strap on that you have already put the hip belt on. You always put the sternum strap on last, and you unclip the sternum strap first when you're going to take the whale bag off of your back. There's a good chance that if you unclip the hip belt when you go to take the whale bag off without undoing the sternum strap first, you could have the whale bag fall backwards and the sternum strap will get caught around your throat and end up choking you. This is what a fully packed whale bag looks like. I will have you note for reference, the youth wearing that whale bag is 6 foot tall and weighs about 190 pounds. So they get very big. And because I know you're curious, the whale bags fully packed will weigh anywhere between 60 and 85 pounds.
So there you go. That's my idea, version, advice, opinion on how you should pack your whale bag. Now, depending on how you've packed your personal items, so in this case, all of our personal stuff is inside a single 35-liter dry bag. If you have packed your personal items differently, then you may have to pack your whale bag differently. At the end of the day, all of your personal stuff for 3 people needs to fit inside of one whale bag. And although they're very large, space will run out very fast. So pack efficiently. You can still pack everything in my packing list. It will fit inside a 35-liter dry bag, even if your sleeping bag does not fit inside your 35-liter dry bag. As long as you're not carrying some monstrous sleeping bag, so it still needs to be inside of a compression sack, you should be able to get all of your personal items plus your sleeping bag inside the whale bag. And then, as mentioned, your tent may have to ride on top of the whale bag under the flap. Okay? So, yes, there are a lot of different ways to do this. You want to pack it away. Remember, there's no frame, there's no support, not like a backpack. So you have to pack it in a way that provides some rigidity to create a frame, and also provide some cushion along the back so that nothing sharp is poking you in the back. So remember that. Also, if possible, pack in a way where it does not want to pull you to one side or to the other. That will tend to lead towards injury because you might wrench your back. And you definitely don't want to do that. Okay? You want to enjoy your trip. So, have a great time. Remember, as always, when you're learning something, go slow. Do it slow at first, and then you'll get better at it. Don't rush into it. Take some time, learn how to pack it right, and then when you need to pack it, you'll be ready to go, and you can do it efficiently and in a hurry if you need to. Have a great trip. Thanks for watching this video. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to support this channel, remember, please subscribe to this channel, tell your friends about it. Thanks for hitting that like button. Everything here is free. I want to give back to the community. I want to give to you everything here for free. I've been out in the outdoors for a long, long time, and it's great that I can be able to give all this information to you. That is what's most important to me. If you would like to give back, I do have a GoFundMe page set up, and you can follow the link. And if you'd like to, if you're a youth with your parents' support, I would gladly accept your donations. Thank you and have a blessed day.